What would you do if a dirty, homeless man walked into your restaurant, hungry, silent, and ignored by everyone? Would you turn away like the others? Or would you risk your job to show him kindness? It was just another cold morning in New York City, but for Anna, the 24-year-old black waitress working double shifts at a rundown diner, it was the kind of morning where survival came before dreams. She tied her apron, forced a smile, and began another shift with aching feet and an even heavier heart. Rent was overdue, her younger brother needed asthma medication, and she had just been turned down for a second job. She had nothing to give. But still, she gave. Around 10:15 a.m., a man walked in. His beard was wild, clothes torn, and eyes tired. He looked like he hadn't eaten in days. He didn't ask for anything, just sat quietly in the corner booth. Other customers stared. The manager frowned. A few whispered, "Don't serve him. He's probably dangerous." But Anna ignored them. She walked over, smiled gently, and asked, "Would you like some coffee?" The man hesitated. I don't have money." Anna poured him a cup anyway. "That's all right. It's on me," she whispered, placing a plate of scrambled eggs beside it. She didn't know who he was, and she definitely didn't know that she had just made a choice that would change her life forever. Because the man sitting in front of her wasn't homeless at all. He was Benjamin Hartley, billionaire CEO of one of the largest real estate firms in the country. And this was a test. Benjamin watched her closely. Not many people had passed his test. Most ignored him. Some called security. A few even laughed at him. But Anna, she was different. As he ate, he noticed something else. She didn't just give him food. She gave him dignity. Every time she passed his table, she smiled, offered a refill, and treated him like any other guest. But behind her kindness, Benjamin saw pain. He was trained to read people, and Anna's tired eyes told a deeper story. After lunch, Anna quietly slipped a small paper bag onto the table. "I packed this for you, in case you get hungry later," she said softly. He looked inside. A sandwich, a banana, and a bottle of water. "Why are you doing this?" Benjamin asked. She hesitated. "Because no one deserves to be invisible." For a moment, he didn't say a word. Then, almost on cue, the manager stormed over. "Anna, I told you not to serve him. He's scaring the other customers." Anna tried to explain, but the manager cut her off. "You're on thin ice. Next time you disobey me, you're out." Benjamin stayed silent. He wanted to see what she'd do next. And once again, she surprised him. As her shift ended, Anna walked back over and left a $10 bill on the table. "I hope you find a warm place to sleep tonight," she whispered. Benjamin stared at the bill. His meal hadn't even cost that much. And from the way her hands shook as she tucked her tips into her coat pocket, he could tell it was probably all she had left. This wasn't just kindness. This was sacrifice. And for the first time in a very long time, Benjamin Hartley felt something stir in his chest. That night, Anna walked home in the dark, her coat pulled tight against the wind. The streets were unforgiving, and so was life. She hadn't told anyone, but she and her brother were just 2 weeks away from eviction. The landlord had stopped being patient, and the medication was running out. Every dollar mattered, including the 10 she had given away. But somehow, she didn't regret it. The next morning, she returned to the diner, expecting another ordinary shift. But something felt off. Customers whispered. The manager was pacing. And outside, a sleek black Rolls-Royce was parked across the street. Wildly out of place in this run-down neighborhood. At noon, the same man walked in again. Only this time, he wasn't dressed in rags. He wore a navy blue suit. His shoes alone probably cost more than her rent. Clean-shaven, confident, almost unrecognizable. The manager rushed over. "Sir, welcome, welcome. Please let me get you the best seat." But Benjamin's eyes searched the room for only one person: Anna. She stood frozen near the counter, unsure what to say. He smiled. "Hi, do you remember me?" Her voice cracked. You were, I was the man no one wanted to serve," he said gently. "Except you." The manager's face went pale. Benjamin turned to him. "You judged me the moment I walked in. You treated your own staff with contempt and ignored the only person here who showed true character." He placed a leather folder on the counter and looked back at Anna. "I came here looking for someone rare, someone with heart, integrity, and compassion." He opened the folder. Inside was a job contract. "For the last 6 months, I've been searching for someone to manage the community outreach wing of my new foundation. It's a 6-figure salary, full benefits, and housing included." Anna's hand trembled. "This is a mistake," the manager blurted out. "She's just a waitress." Benjamin's eyes turned cold. "No, she's exactly who this world needs more of." Tears welled up in Anna's eyes as she stared at the contract. This can't be real," she whispered. Benjamin stepped closer, his voice calm but full of weight. "It's real. You gave when you had nothing. You stood up for someone the world had already written off. That kind of character can't be taught." The manager tried to protest again, but Benjamin silenced him with a glance. "You run a diner, but you treat your people like they're disposable. She may have been your employee, but she acted like a leader. That's why I'm taking her with me." Anna still couldn't move. Her hands trembled, her breath shallow. "For the first time in my life," she said softly, "someone sees me." Benjamin nodded. "We all deserve to be seen, especially those who never stop seeing others." 2 weeks later, Anna and her little brother moved into a modest but beautiful apartment paid for by Benjamin's foundation. She began her new job helping underprivileged families, people just like her, find hope and support. And every morning, as she passed the mirror before work, she no longer saw a tired waitress. She saw a woman who mattered. Because sometimes, all it takes is one act of kindness to unlock a future you never thought you deserved. If this story touched your heart, give it a like. And if you believe kindness still exists in this world, hit that subscribe button for more powerful stories like this one.